This season on Phil's The Traitors, 14 guests came to my castle to play a game. Working together, they managed to raise a $150 prize pot. During their stay, they had to determine who was working against them to try and steal the funds as a traitor. The faithful team members initially struggled catching a traitor as faithful members Caleb, Tina, and Adam were banished. Also, early in the game, the traitors murdered Faithful out of the competition, taking out Chell and Patrice. After the group decided Caleb and Patrice would return with unknown roles and Stick was removed from the game, we were fortunate to see the Faithful band together and catch their first traitor in Melissa. With many non murders to consider, players needed to attempt to get in the headspace of the traitors. Towards the end of the game, we saw Patrice, a Faithful banished, Jonathan murdered, and Brandon, whose role remained a mystery, banished last round. Has there been a murder tonight? Will the traitor or traitors be caught? Is there any left? Tonight is at the end game. Now only six remain. Anthony, Brad, Daniel, Caleb, Matt, and Victoria. Tonight, join us for the finale of Phil's The Traitors Season 2. Viewers, the players are waiting to hear if they have avoided being murdered by the traitors in the game. Players, welcome to the final day of the game, Day 8. We are almost done, and at least one of you is walking away with the win and some money. Who will make it to the end game of the final 5? One of your games is already over. Or is it? It's time to see who made it through the night and who has been murdered. A reminder, if you are the murdered player, you may not communicate with players from the game, here or already eliminated, until after. Players, I will name a player, and they can join me here in the group. The first player to be safe is Matt.
I'm so happy to still be in. Uh,
Well, let's see who's joining you. The next player to be safe is Caleb.
I can't wait to see how the finale plays out.
Congrats,
Let's
Caleb.
rock and roll.
The next player to be safe is Brad.
Congrats, Brad.
I gotta say, Brad, I thought you had something to say.
I'm just shocked. I didn't expect to be here.
You should be happy.
Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm just not. I'm surprised.
Well, don't worry, I'm surprised too, actually.
Yeah.
The next player to be safe is Anthony.
Heart attack. Heart
Congrats,
attack.
Anthony.
Hey guys. Gosh.
That leaves Daniel and Victoria. The last player to be safe is Daniel. Goodbye, Victoria. You have been murdered.
Victoria.
Bye, Victoria. Oh my God, Brad, I also have to say, my mouth dropped. I'm like, oh my God.
No. You told me all day I was going to get murdered, so I believed you. I'm going to go make my sheets because I didn't make them because I thought I was going to die.
Good to see you
Oh,
all
well,
again.
What a night, guys.
I
Yeah,
can see that. It's just the guys now.
Yep.
The guy,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we know there's still one traitor left, at least.
We
Obviously.
do.
Yep.
That's crazy, crazy work.
All right, if you're a traitor, raise your hand.
Nice try. I mean, I'm feeling one. What do you guys think? One or two?
After talking with Victoria, I thought it was two, but now with her gone, I feel like if sh I don't want to say too much, but I feel
Hmm.
like if the conversations we had, she told, I think there might just be one.
I couldn't imagine there being two right now.
No.
That means someone here is
I don't know. I
being
still feel like
fucking
there
real
could be
fire.
two.
Mhm. What'd you say, Caleb?
I don't know. I still feel like there could be two.
I have no
Hey,
idea.
Caleb, can I ask you, do you think that Brandon was a traitor?
I don't think so. I think after Brandon's exit, I think that proved that Brandon was a faithful.
It's quite possible.
Just surprised we are where we are.
You know,
And it's the last day too.
Yeah.
This is it, y'all.
This is the top five.
We either get it right or we get it wrong. It's like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Soon we get to play a game first, a challenge, I hope.
The prize pot.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think
Oh,
that's
wait,
it.
no.
I don't think there's anything
I
left.
think the breakout comes first, breakout rooms, and then the prize pots.
Or maybe there's no breakout rooms because we're all forced to stay together.
Yeah, it's just five
Maybe.
of us here, right?
I mean, that's true. Since we're down to five people, there's no need to use
Oh,
breakout rooms.
there's Claudia.
Oh,
How
there he
nice
is,
Phil looks. Phil, you look so nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank
dapper.
you. Well,
showing us up though.
it's an important night. We have to celebrate. So, well, players, congrats! You have made it to the final five, the end game. Tonight, you will either survive or be banished. Faithful, you want to end the game with only faithfuls around you. Traitors, you want the game to end with you remaining, so you take the prize pot home instead. So I am going to let you all have a chance to chat as a group. One by one, though, I will bring you into a breakout room with me where we can chat about your game and how you are feeling going into this final stage. Viewers, before we get to the final showdown, let's meet with each of the top five to get to know their thoughts. All right. I'm going to open those breakout rooms. Go to the Orange Lounge, please.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to say it again, viewers. Before we get to the final showdown, let's meet with each of the top five to get to know their thoughts on the game. Hi, Anthony.
Hello.
Hello. Well, congrats. You are in the final five.
Thank you.
The cash
Thank
is
you.
almost coming your way along with the win.
Hmm.
So, what have you thought about this experience of playing the Traitors?
Amazing experience. Great cast of players. I've never been completely sold on anybody being a trader. Melissa, she kind of just gave it away because I always felt she was a little bit too soft and gentle. So that was a red flag for me. But even coming in tonight, I mean, I have an idea who I think I might vote for, but I'm also really nervous because Victoria started putting my name out last night to all these guys. So they could be coming for me.
Well, have you felt you've made any real bonds with people in the game?
I, actually, all of them. Well, Caleb, not much of a chatter, so I wouldn't say a real bond, but I've made it a really tight bond with Matt. If I had to order them, then probably Daniel, then Brad, then Caleb. Players no longer here, Adam and Patrice. Those are my guys as well.
So, what do you think is the reason you are sitting here in the end?
I think I've just played a very calm, chill game. I haven't really thrown people under the bus or haven't been too vocal, but at the same time, I stood up for myself when I had to. So I think that's all paid off.
Uh, what would winning the Traitors mean to you?
Oh, it would mean the world to me. The typical answer. No, it would be super fun. Bragging rights for sure.
Do you have a plan to win tonight?
My spidey sense is saying Caleb. And then I might be tempted to stop. And if the other guys agree, then we're down to four. I kind of feel like there's two. Um, so like I said, probably first Caleb, and I don't think I'll be the only one to vote him first. But then my next decision is going to be extremely difficult because I'll have to really dig deep and ask myself, has Matt been as honest with me as I think he's been? And if my conclusion is yes, I'll probably lean towards Daniel. So hopefully I see me, Brad, and Matt at the end, three faithfuls.
Well, thank you for playing an amazing game. I'm looking forward to see how this plays out. I'm going to move
Thank
you
you.
back. You can chat with the others.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in the next person. Hi,
Uh,
Matt. How's it going?
Thank you for pulling me in here. Now I get to just chill and be me.
Well, you are in the final five. The cash is almost coming your way along with the win. I want to start by asking you, what have you thought about this experience playing the Traitors?
Man, Phil, I gotta tell you, I obviously saw like all the videos you posted the first season, and in my head, I kept thinking like, how would I do if I was in there? What would I do different if I'm a traitor or if I'm a faithful? You know, because it really was a clean sweep. So I came into this game ready to play whatever role I was assigned, and I was gonna play it the best I could. I definitely don't think you made a mistake making me a traitor. Um, my social game has been impeccable. And being able to talk to everybody and being able to really get to know everybody, it's an experience. I mean, that's why I play orgs in the first place. So I definitely love how the way you have your platform and how the game works, and it works so beautifully, like spot on. And I look forward to see what the next season is going to hold.
Yeah. Well, have you felt you've made real bonds with any of the people in the game?
I do. I do. People who are in the game and who aren't in the game anymore. I definitely can say Anthony's a friend. I would call him a friend. I hope he doesn't hold any like bad blood after, whatever happens. But I definitely feel like that's someone I could call a friend. Brad as well. Brad is my guy. Like I would have never thought we would even be clicked as much as we had, but just getting to know him, getting to talk to him, I think he's a stand-up guy, absolutely. And then obviously my trader friend, my trader partner, Daniel. So I obviously have a friend of him as well. I can't. For me, I see him as like a baby in the org community. So it's like, come under my wing. I'm gonna show you all the wonders of the org world. So I love that he's learning from me, but I'm also learning some shit from him too. So that's kind of interesting. It's good. So there's just a few people off the top of my head. Caleb too. I got mad love for Caleb as well. I got love for everybody. I really enjoyed playing with everybody, and I wish I could have played as a faithful to see what could have happened, but I probably would have been out sooner than when playing as a trader. So
Well, what do you think is the reason you are sitting here in the end?
yeah, again, a big reason my social game. I'm an avid Big Brother org player. I've been playing since 2017. Actually, I've been playing for a very long time. So I have won games, I have lost games. I have experienced a lot in the org community where I can consider myself a seasoned player. So coming into a game like the Traitors, where obviously it's nothing like Big Brother besides the social game of it, the social aspect, and I feel like me building the bridges that I did helped me all across the way. So I definitely think that's a big thing. Also, having someone like Daniel on my side as well. I feel like if Daniel and I were different roles, we definitely would have clashed. Even as traders, we had some times where we went back and forth, and I know that it's really because he's a player and so am I. So I'm glad that we were the same faction, because if we weren't, then it probably would have been a harder game for me. Whenever I felt uneasy about somebody in the game, or someone was throwing my name out there and putting spotlights on me, I went ahead and made them my friend. I was like, hey, listen, maybe I misjudged you and you possibly misjudged me. Let's just talk it out and really figure out who these traders really are. And every single time, I got people like Patrice on my side, people like Jonathan on my side, people like Victoria on my side, and I can consider those players true threats to my game every step of the way. But I kept them very close.
Well, what would winning the Traitors mean to you?
It would be so. I've won 2 games in my whole org career. I don't play all the time either. So this would be my third org win if obviously us traders win. It would feel incredible. I would love to win the game by myself, but I feel like I went too deep with Daniel, and I'm putting all of my eggs in his basket. So hopefully he doesn't screw me over. I had that chance to screw him over, but I made a game decision, and I'm hoping that game decision gets me the win. Even if I have to split with somebody else, hey, listen, we're still winners at the end of the day. So the win would mean a lot to me. I definitely worked hard for it. I had to play 2 different games. I had to play Faithful Matt, and then I also had to play Trader Matt. So it wasn't an easy game. So the win would just be the reward to all the hard work.
Well, do you have a plan to win tonight?
I do. Again, it's my social ties. Daniel truthfully believes that Brad is 100% with him, and you know what? He may not be wrong, but I'm the one that saved Brad at the end of the day. I'm the one that changed a whole vote just because I voiced, hey, I'm not voting Brad. And I feel like that was like a butterfly effect for the whole game. So if it comes down to it, and there's, let's say we get Caleb out and there's a final four with me, Daniel, Anthony, and Brad, I do feel like Brad and Anthony truthfully would feel like they trust me more than they trust Daniel. Again, I could be perceiving it wrong, but I've done a lot in our one on ones. And I feel like Daniel hasn't done as much as I have because I'm always the most social player. I'm always in every single person's DM, putting all the information together. And I truthfully feel those boys will have my back if push comes to shove, and Daniel will get a vote if it comes down to it. So, again, I could be wrong. I could be sitting here and I lose the game looking like a fool, but I just think I got it locked down.
Well, thank you for playing an amazing game. I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. I'm going to put you back into the room with the others, and feel free to continue talking to them.
Thank you, Phil.
No problem. All right, that's 2 of the 5. Let's bring in our next one. Here we go. Hi, Caleb.
Hi, Phil.
So, congrats, you've made it. You're in the final 5. The cash is almost coming your way along with the win. I just have some fun questions just to ask you. So, I just wanted to know first off, what have you thought about this game, this experience playing the Traitors?
Well, I'd like to thank Brandon for recommending me into this game because, I've gotten a lot of hate when I played a lot of Facebook games because I play with a bunch of petty people and stuff, but that's negative energy. This is the positive energy. And I've really had a fun time. Like, despite me having a rocky start the first round, like, had Brandon showed up, I probably could have stayed and Brad probably could have gone. And then getting another chance and not like getting votes clearly almost at all ever since then. Like, I feel like I could be one of the comebacks in the Traitors for the second season. If that's the case, I just got to get through everybody else as of right now.
Well, have you felt you've made any real connections, real bonds with any of the people in the game?
Um, I mean, I've gotten something going with Brad, despite him or I going out the first round, and always thinking where Brad's head is at because I know Brad's been late a couple of times, but Brad and I seem to be going in good ways. And despite Matt being the cause of me being banished the first round, him and I have had some things going. And even though I threw Daniel's name out for the first time last round, I wanted to make sure everybody was naced out there one time just in case something is happening and stuff going around. And then with Anthony being a returning player and stuff, that's something cool to have there. And I'm honestly kind of shocked Victoria is gone. Honestly, I kind of had a crush on her, not gonna lie.
Well, what do you think is the reason you're sitting here in the end?
Well, despite my name being mentioned probably a couple of times at times in this game, I felt like I felt like I've stayed quiet a little bit, just lay low under the radar a little bit. And there's been times I've mentioned names, and there's times I just don't like to get blood on my hands. And sometimes there's other people who may be the cause of their own banishments, like I would say maybe Brandon, for example, but I didn't want to, but I knew Brandon wasn't a traitor, so I felt like that kind of kept me from leaving. And I think with Patrice as well, and couple others that might have kept me from leaving, and maybe stick quitting as well.
Very true. Well, what would winning this Traders game mean to you?
Um, well, I've played orgs since I was like a teenager, and I haven't won anything as an adult. Like this would be a first for me in like 5 years, I believe, maybe four. Um, but this would be a first for me, and maybe make comeback kind of history. But I'm gonna have to figure out who could be that trader in there and hopefully just get myself there and hopefully take them home the win and that money.
Do you have a plan to win tonight?
I'll think of something. I'm still thinking as of right now as I'm talking with other people, but I may have something going on.
Well, I want to thank you for playing an amazing game and being part of this game. I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. And I'm going to send you back to the other breakout room where you can continue chatting and bring in the next person.
Okay.
All right. Okay, and let's find out who the next person coming in.
Hello.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
So I want to say congrats. You've made the final five. The cash is almost coming your way along with the win. So I guess I want to start just by asking, what have you thought about this experience playing the Traitors?
Phil, I don't know how to begin to describe how fun this was. Like I truly, one, so organized, so just so fun. Like you really, really, really like do an incredible job. And I really props to you. Like I've only shared with you no one else. I do them in person and like they're 7 hour games on a Saturday. And so I know how much that goes in. So I just couldn't imagine how much this is. And so just thank you so much for inviting me to come play. I'm really, really thankful, and I truly had a great time. I love these types of games. I have game nights with my friends, but we only do it every so often because like they're not people who like really want to do this, whatever. So just being able to do this and strategize with people and lie has been really fun, and it's just truly has been an amazing experience, and I really appreciate you having me.
Good. Well, have you felt you've made real bonds with people in the game?
Yes, I have. The guys here are great. I feel really good about Victoria, Jonathan, Patrice. I really want to talk to Patrice after this. I feel horrible how that situation happened. My conscience is clean only because we were gonna go to Patrice. Me and Matt decided to go for Patrice before any of that stuff happened. So I feel like my conscience is clean, but I do want to talk to him afterwards because I genuinely feel bad about his banishment. Um, but yeah, everyone else has been so great. There was people who I talked to a little less than others, but everyone's been great. Like there's no bad blood or anything. I mean, obviously, I'm me saying it as a trader, like I understand people might be hurt or like upset or whatever, but even when I told Matt I was with them, I'm like, I understand if you had to think through killing me or going against me because I feel like if you like these games, you have to go route to get to the end and to win, even if that's killing or murdering or banishing or backstabbing someone that's your friend. And um, I just hope that anyone who is hurt or like upset, whatever, like is okay with it because I feel like I would be the same way. I'd be like, okay, maybe F you right after the game, but after that, it's like, okay, great, it's fine.
Well, what do you think is the reason you are sitting here in the end?
One had a great partner with Matt. I am a little less, I don't like talking about myself a lot, but I do think that I built a lot of social bonds in this game. I told Matt this that I did not want him to murder Jonathan early. I think that he was trying to push for him early. I believe it's the first time Patrice, we tried to murder him, but he came back, or was the Anthony vote. Matt wanted to kill Jonathan. And in my head, I'm like, no, with the storyline I'm working with, like I need Jonathan to stay here because Jonathan trusts me more. Same thing with Victoria. I built that bond. Same thing with Patrice and Brad. And I feel like I hate talking about myself, but like I feel like people think of me as a genuine person. Obviously in this game it's hard because like I'm treacherous or whatever. I'm a traitor, but like as a person, I'm pretty genuine, and I feel like people gravitate towards me. So I knew that would be a strength. One of my strengths coming to this game is that I feel like I'd be able to make connections with people pretty easily. And so I think that really helped me a lot in this game. Is just being the kind of person I am coming in.
Well, what would winning this Traders game, mean to you?
It'd be so amazing. Like I've never played in one of these online games before, so it was great that I was even invited to play. I thought that was really cool. It is incredible. I'll be able to tell all the people who the traders games that I host, I'm like, yeah, I won as a trader. So like, you guys hopefully have good luck. My friends are looking forward to seeing these videos. I told them about this night or whatever, and they're like, oh my God, send us the videos and they come out. I'm like, we'll do. We're gonna have little watch parties. And I don't know, I just think it'll be really really cool to say that I've won like this is my first like to have fun here. And two, being able to win your first game is incredible. And just three, like I really enjoy games like this. So it just be really fun to win.
Do you have a plan to win tonight?
I do have a plan. Yes. Should I go through it?
No, no. If you feel
We're getting Caleb out. I'm gonna vote for to stop. If we stop, perfect, me and Matt win. Anthony right now said he's gonna stop. I believe it, but if he doesn't, we've already talked about going after Anthony. If it's a tie, hopefully it goes towards that way. If Brad decides to stop, Matt, love you, man. I think I might vote Matt. I don't want to. I really don't. I do not want to vote Matt, but the gamer in me says if it's me and Matt at the end, I feel like I've been so real with him that I don't know. There's that sliver of doubt, and I rather be the beep to betray him and take the money than to look like the dummy that chose split and someone else chose steal. Again, I really, 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 really hope that doesn't happen because I adore Matt. Matt's been great and we've been great partners. And I don't think that he or I have done better or more or whatever than the other person. I think we've done our part. And I really, 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 really do want that to happen. I really hope they stop to vote or vote to stop at 4. But I have to think about that at the end. If it's just the three of us, me, Brad, and Matt, I'm leaning towards um voting for him just because I don't want to go up against him because I know how much of a gamer he is. He's told me he's won Big Brother before and played like I know what kind of person that is because it's the kind of person I am, and I know I'm a little crazy, so I know he's a little crazy. So I have to think about that, and if that's what my gut's telling me at the end, I might have to um vote for him at the 3.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for playing an amazing game, and I look forward to seeing how this all plays out tonight. I'm going to move you back to the other room. You can continue talking with them, and I'll bring in the last person. All right. And we are going to bring in the last person. Hello, Brad.
How are you?
Good. Well, congrats. You are in the final 5.
It goes happening, obviously.
The cash is almost coming your way along with the win. I wanted to ask, what have you thought about this experience playing the Traitors?
I've had so much fun. I think I'm like getting senile in my older age because I now remember I have played a Traders game, but I played it like in 3 hours or something. It was like a mini or whatever. So this is like very different I've loved it. I think I have like sometimes trust issues, and so like sometimes I trust too easily, and so it's kind of played into those a little bit. But then like I had this epiphany like a week ago Friday with like this is what I think, and I think maybe I'm right, but I don't know. So we'll see.
Well, have you felt you've made real bonds with people in this game?
Yeah, I mean, we were actually just talking. Ron got to hear, but like we're I'm in a bad spot because I love Anthony and Matt and Daniel so much. Like we've been a foursome. Um, like and it's weird. Like we were just saying, we feel like we've been together for a long time. I have enjoyed that group as much as any alliance I've ever been in, like a large group. I love those guys. And so the hard part is after we vote Caleb out, I think it's possible that one of those guys is a traitor, but I would not vote their name down. I just really love those guys. And I would say Adam. I would put Adam in that group too. I was very sad that Adam got voted out when he did because I love that guy as well. And nothing against anybody else, but I've just really enjoyed that group of people so much.
Well, what do you think is the reason you are sitting here in the end?
So there's one of two things. One is I'm sitting here because Caleb, I worked very hard, as you know, yesterday and today. If Caleb is the last traitor, I worked very hard in convincing him I believed in him, which I did not. So I was trying to sell to him, hey man, I'm with you, and I was trying that very hard actually. So if Caleb is a traitor, then that's why. If Caleb is not a traitor and it's some of my buddies, I'm here because they're my buddies and they know that I believe them and they're lying to me. So there's one of two reasons why I'm still here. One is because I have friends, and the other is because Caleb believes that I'm with him. So.
All right, well, what would winning this Traitors game mean to you?
So I'll just tell you, my friend, I love what you're doing with charity, and so any percentage of if I win, all my percentage pie, I like to go to your charity with the hospice care and what you're doing. I just think it's amazing, and so I don't need any money for this. So financially, it would mean I get to help you a little bit more with what you're doing, which would be awesome. Personally, I like to win, man. I like to win, and if I could win with three of my buddies because they're not the traitors, it would be so fun. So yeah.
So, do you have a plan to win tonight?
Yeah, I mean, my plan is to vote for Caleb and then stick with my three guys. And again, if I'm toast, I'm toast. Like I'll go down, but I can't tell you which of those three also could be a traitor. It could be. I mean, there was definitely Victoria was saying all day that she believed that Matt and Anthony were traitors, and if that's true, then good for them. So.
Well, I want to thank you for playing an amazing game, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out. I'm going to move you back over. You can keep talking with the others.
Okay. I'm scared now.